Hey everyone, Helena here with your shiny shove, that push, that prod, that nudge to help you have an amazing, wonderful, brilliant day. Now, I'm playing with the sun, which is a little bit like resistance at the moment. So I want to talk to you about resistance. And resistance is that thing that comes up when you know that you should do something, or when you have committed to doing a thing and then you really don't want to do it. So resistance kind of shows up as a bodily thing, it shows up as an I can't statement inside of you, it shows up in all sorts of different ways. So the first thing about resistance is, how do you know that you're resisting something? For those of you who've had the same thing, who are moving a particular task from to-do list to to-do list to to-do list, from week to week to week rather than day to day to day, that's a resistance that's probably showing up. Now, resistance can be there partly because you just don't, you might be scared of the results, you might be scared of the success that's going to come, you might be scared that you'll fall short, you might be scared of the failure that might actually happen around it, you might actually not think of yourself as the kind of person who does XYZ. But resistance is really there to show us our boundaries and our limits, in terms of who we've created ourselves to be up until this moment. But if you are wanting to create something that is beyond that, for example, at the moment I'm going through a real health kick, and really kind of making sure I'm fit for my 90s, right? And so there are some things that I have been doing habitually that are now showing up as a resistance. So I'm doing some sabotaging and some overeating, for example. Those are really signs of resistance inside me. And the thing about that is they're going to continue to show until I pay them the real attention that they actually deserve. Well, they might not seem like they deserve it, but they deserve it, or rather the new you, or the thing, the result deserves you taking a look at the resistance. So here are some ways to do that. One, get quiet with it. Like, really take it into a meditation and allow yourself to just figure out where that thing lives in you and when it actually appeared. You know, when was the first time that kind of behavior, if you think about the behavior, appeared? And then start to kind of track it back and go, okay, is that needed anymore? Because usually any behavior is a form of protection in some way, or some kind of endorsement of something. So if that's not serving you now, take a look at what it is. You might actually get your journal out, you might actually write about how you are being resistant, or when you're being resistant. You could get very kind of detective-y on it, and just start to go, when does that happen? And then put a different habit in, like actually do some habit stacking. Maybe when you do it, you might actually, maybe it's a thought as inside you that goes, I'm not the kind of person that does that. That's a form of resistance. So you might actually catch yourself saying it. Awareness is really curative. Catch yourself saying it and then just go delete, 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 and then restate it in terms of how you actually want it to be from here on in. So that awareness can start you doing something different. So resistance can be futile if you give into it, but it can also be your friend to really point the direction of where you want to go. So have an experiment with it. Tell me what you think about this, and yeah, let me know in the comments, because resistance is a major part of all of our lives, and it's really quite important that we deal with it, or find tools to deal with it in a way that we actively want to. So on that note, I'll leave you to have a really great day. My name is Helena Holrick. This was a shiny shove, and I'm grateful that you've watched.